Hey guys, here we are. It's Sunday morning, and I've reattached that drain pipe that I had cut for the excavator to work in there. And that pipe goes into the fish room right there, and I can pump the water out of the tanks and dump it in here. So they came on Thursday and started this thing, and then they came on Friday. They came on Friday and finished it. And yesterday afternoon, it actually drizzled a little bit, and I think we're in good shape. Lucky for us, this thing was already done. The drizzle was probably about 20-30 minutes, and that was able to pack it down a little bit, so when you walk along the berm here, you don't sink or anything. It's pretty solid. So now we have two steps to go. One is we're going to add this lime all over the place here, and that will kill any bacteria and stuff that's there. It might not get rid of it 100%, but it'll bring it down to a level that when the fish go in there, they will be okay. So today, Woon is going to get in there and spread this thing all over the place. And yeah, so hopefully the chickens don't eat it, because they'll blow up. Yeah. So then we'll put this thing in here and let it sit for a while. And a while is just depends on what happens with the rain and all that stuff. And after that, we will put that smectite, the stuff that we used last time to seal the pond. And there goes the chicken. Hey, get out of there.
You need to do research that this is safe for chicken.
Well, if it's not, he's gonna wake up dead. No, if they don't like it, they'll leave it alone. Do this. Listen. Do this top here, and then step down and do the walkway, and then do the bottom down there. But make sure that you have enough for down there.
So what I said, I'm gonna do the down
Start
low.
yeah, that would be a good idea. Okay. Probably look. Can you get through there? If not,
I just spray it like this.
oh, okay. All right.
I know it could go down.
Okie dokie. So anyway, this will sit here and
We have snow.
yeah,
Snow.
it'll take and
Nice snow.
get rid of some of that bacteria and unwanted stuff, so that when we add the water, it will not multiply and really get bad. So yeah. And then of course, after we add the smectite and seal this thing and fill it up, we'll let it sit for a week or so to make sure that things are not growing in there and it's not going to kill the fish. When we're ready to add the fish in there, we're going to ask for volunteers, and we're going to put one in there. And if it doesn't die within the first, second, or third day, then we can go ahead and empty out one of the tanks and put them in here. And if they're okay, we'll do the second tank, and so on and so forth. And we'll see what happens. Yeah. But we're going to add this thing, leave it here for a few days, and then go from there. Now here, there was a lemongrass. I was going to say lemon lime. There was a lemongrass. Excuse me. Thank you. There was a lemongrass plant that got covered up. But this morning I uncovered it and like it says lemongrass, it's a grass, so that thing just grows everywhere. You throw it on the ground and woof. So it should be okay. It should come back. Yeah. So little by little we'll head towards refilling this thing, and we'll see what happens. So hopefully, everything works out and the fish will be okay, and we'll go from there. Now I had thought about, I know this is going to get rid of a lot of bacteria and what have you, but I had thought about, after I fill it up and it holds water, I had thought about adding some bleach to the water. Now I know it's not good for the fish, but within 48 hours that bleach is basically gone. So since I'm going to let it sit for about a week before I put them in there, I had thought about adding some. What do you guys think? If anybody knows anything about that, put it down in the comments and let me know, because I've never used any type of chlorine in there. I imagine if you give it enough time, it'll be okay. Now the other thing we did is yesterday we ordered another pump. We used to have a pump right here at that level there, and the pump was inside a trash can with a couple of holes down at the bottom. Those that trash can I used to use for the first filter that I put together for the fish tanks. So it didn't quite make it down to where I needed it, but the cord was only 3 meters long, but less than that could go in the water, because I had a guy come and do some work here and cut a whole bunch of weeds, and he took a machete and he was cutting the weeds and he cut the cord. So by the time he got done, it was only about 1.5 meters before it could get down into the water. He put some tape and say, my bend right. It's like, don't matter, it'll be okay. Well, it does matter. Hey! It does matter when the fish are in there and they get electrocuted. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, when I get this thing, this is a 10-meter cord. So what I'm going to do is, here on this pole, I will put an electrical waterproof box plug, which I will run to there and connect it and put it underground there in a pipe. So it'll basically run from that 4x4 there down, and then across on the other side of this tree to this post. And then I will run the 10 meters down in here, probably, well, if I can get it, I would say probably to there or so. We'll see where 10 meters takes me. But what that's going to do is it's going to pump the water from down below, and I'm going to set it up on some blocks so it's not right. It's not right on the ground sucking up mud and stuff. I would say probably I don't know, 50, 60 centimeters, and maybe a couple of feet or so. And that water that's being pumped there, I will have a pipe coming up above the water level, shoot up in the air, and it will help oxygenate the water by creating all them bubbles and stuff as it's hitting the ground, hitting the water. And at the same time, it'll break up the layers of water that are in here. Normally what happens is you get, as the temperature changes from hot to cold, you get different layers, and what happens is the oxygen cannot get through, and then the fish start struggling and they start dying, and they don't normally die one or two at a time. They wait until they go, okay guys, hold your breath, and 100, 200, 300 fish will die at one time. You come out in the morning and there's nothing but belly up. So what I want to do is hopefully be able to continually cycle this water and keep the oxygen level the same from top to bottom. And this way you don't have a whole bunch of water down at the very bottom that's not good for the fish, you know. So yeah, I suppose once I do this, it'll definitely let me know one way or another when it happens or doesn't happen. Yeah, so we ordered it yesterday, so maybe by Tuesday, Wednesday we should have it here, which is okay because it won't be time to start filling this thing up again. We still have to put that smectite in there, and then after that happens, start filling it up and see what happens. Now, the weather forecast that I saw this morning, it was talking about a 50% chance of rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But you know how it goes. That forecast changes like the wind. So hopefully, hopefully it doesn't rain until we put this thing in there and fill it up for the first time. You know, so yeah, we'll see what happens, and yeah, go from there. But finish?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
You let it dry, soaking everything about a day or two.
yeah.
Sun dry it.
Yeah, what we'll do is, I think it's when we get that pump, we'll put that pump in there and start pumping some water in here. And what I want to do is, I want to take those 4 tanks that are on this side over here and pump them in here. This way the the first time you fill it, you'll probably lose a lot of your water. So I want to change that water, and I want to get the fish in there, because one time I overfilled the things because I forgot about the water, and there's fish in there. This morning I saw one that was probably, oh, 600-700 grams. It was a big fish. And I don't have any oxygen in the things, just from the bubbles that the refilling the tanks from the fresh water. That's what's keeping them alive. So I would like to get all them guys out and put them in here. And yeah. And once we get some water in here, we could even take the water hose and let it run overnight, and yeah, it'll be okay.
This character.
All right, so
I guess they don't like lamb.
it's a good thing, because that thing will burn their insides out.
They stay out.
There will be like
You?
there will be like KFC from the inside out. Let them go. Let them go. Your hands are full of that stuff. Whee. So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna let it sit here for 2-3 days, and by that time we should have the pump. We'll set up the pump. We'll see how far we can get this thing in here, and once we do that, then we can go ahead and yeah, we can go ahead and fill it up, and hopefully it'll hold water the first time. All right, guys. Okay, Woon, good job. Wait until we get some water in there, and we'll see about the fish.
All right.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Today is Tuesday. Well, let me tell you, one of the reasons I was pushing very hard to get this thing dug is because the forecast was calling for rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's today, tomorrow, and the following day. However, we got this thing dug Sunday morning. We put down this first step, the lime, to disinfect the dirt, I guess, kill any bacteria or anything that shouldn't be there that the fish don't like. And it rained, not a hard rain, but a sprinkle. Sunday night we had somewhat of a heavy drizzle for about 20 minutes or so. Last night, about 5 in the afternoon, 5:30, it started raining. It started thundering. The wind came by, and we had a major thunderstorm to the point where it knocked the power out. So that is why I was really pushing to get this thing dug. And the rain is good for it right now, because it'll help settle this dirt. Now, the pump that will go down there, status is showing that it's in town, so we'll either get it delivered this afternoon or sometime tomorrow at the latest. But then what we will do is we will install that pump there, and spread that smectite. We have 5 bags of smectite, 2 bags of this stuff that looks like sugar that you mix in. And I'm hoping that it works like the one we put in when it was first built. And I see no reason why, but you never know. But it should work just like it did before. And I'm going to say 3 times. Filled it up, drained overnight. Filled it up overnight, it was half. And the third day, it held water. So I want to say that we should be able to hold water with this thing after we put the smectite in here and fill it up 3 times. Now don't get me wrong, I would much rather hold water the first time, but hey, if I have to fill this thing up 3 times, I will be happy. So anyway, yeah, time will tell. After we do it and fill it up, start filling it up and stuff, I'll show you guys and let you know what happened. But yeah, I am so glad that we got this guy to come and dig this thing. You know, and I always tell Woon, squeaky wheel gets the grease. And yeah, he got us out of the way. Small job. Now he can move on to whatever jobs he's doing, and everybody will be happy. And if they're not, it's too bad. I am happy. All right, guys. I'll let you know when I fill this thing. Well, actually, I will show you how we put that smectite on here. And then I'll let you know how it turns out. All right, guys.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.